Sorry there. So I just accidentally punched the wrong button. So I'm just going to continue. Just life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and we'll end right there. And so the governments are set up to preserve life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, I'm sorry, oh, let's get along with China. They have a right to do whatever they want. No, they're not preserving life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness of their people. They're preserving the pursuit of happiness of people in the Communist Party and people that benefit from the system. Now we've got a lot of loud voices in our society that say, well, look, in America, it's only the big corporations. Well, that is the most hypocritical. Your parent a teacher, your parent a prison guard, a nurse, any public employees union has their funds invested in a corporation. So when you retire and you get a retirement, you're benefiting from those investments. So the corporations are ripping me off. Now, I'm not saying that corporations are above reproach, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be held accountable. Maybe we should rewrite the corporate law in this country. I'm not against that. Good idea. But, hey, man, and just as few people at the top are benefiting, BS. If your parents retired from the state teachers' retirement system and they're getting their $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, sorry, I digress. But we can find the truths right here from our founders. And, so many of you, I think you read some big, long article on the internet written by who? You haven't learned a basic rule to consider your sources. Who am I? Over 20 years a teacher in Oregon and California. Coach. Football and wrestling, went to Oregon State, grew up in California schools. Yeah, am I a reliable source? Well, if just some holdup in his apartment speculating a conspiracy theory, at least I had to go jump through some hoops. Check your sources. I'm all for it. But where are you getting your information from? And that's what I'm concerned with this generation. They're not thinking, some of them, about, hey, man, I read this. Well, yeah, who wrote it? So, and what's their authority? And did they really know what they're talking about? And then ultimately, we have to balance these different voices. So we listen to multiple voices. We do our own study, and we read the original source documents for ourselves. And you know me, I digress. This is America's Teacher. Thank you for June 13th, 2019. I'm recording this recording on a continued discussion of the Declaration of Independence. In these last two videos, video 2 and 3, we are on paragraph 2, some of the greatest words ever written. We're going to take the time to walk through it, which a big part of my theory is, I'm not going to say nobody does that because that wouldn't be true. But in a large sense, nobody does it. It's kind of like not reading books or whatever. Read the books for yourself. I just got done reading Moby Dick. Read it for yourself. Why is it considered one of the greatest novels in history? Think for yourself. But if you're lazy, if you're intellectually lazy, you just want to go be spoon-fed and you don't want to walk through it. That's why I put the documents on my site. You can read along as you watch these videos. So if you're watching on YouTube, go over if you want and rewatch on mkcnoland.com, and then the documents will be right there. Thanks. This is America's Teacher over and out for today. Next time, video 4, I will continue on paragraph 2, some of the greatest words ever penned by man, in my opinion, and I think we've got over 200 years of history to prove it. That what we've been able to accomplish because we protect life, liberty, and property.